Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. So, The Bear is an amazing show. If you've ever worked in a restaurant or wanted to work in a restaurant, this gives you an insider look into all the stressors, the passions. It's very raw, very realistic. I've worked in plenty of restaurants, especially during my teenage years. And so it definitely conveys that bittersweet component of being really busy. It's really stressful, but it's fulfilling at the same time. If you are a chef and you have a passion like Anthony Bourdain or Gordon Ramsay, you can tell that they really love their craft and what they do. This is definitely a show for you to check out. The Bear was created by Christopher Storer and it premiered June 23rd. It's already been renewed for a second season, which is set to premiere the middle of this year around June. So I'm definitely looking forward to that second season. And a fun fact, the interior on this show is actually copied from the real life Mr. Beef, it's titled, in Chicago and River North. So they definitely got inspiration from that. And the creator, Christopher Storer, he was a frequent patron for Mr. Beef, and he's friends with the son and the owner of the shop. So I love, true to life stories like this one. The storyline, of course, is very relatable. So a young chef, his name is Carmen Brazzato, and everybody calls him Carmy, played by Jeremy Allen White. He is a young up and coming chef from a world of fine dining, but comes home to Chicago to run his family's Italian beef sandwich shop after the suicide of his older brother, who left behind a lot of debt, a rundown kitchen, and really unruly staff. So, even in the first picture, he looks extremely stressed. And this is, of course, a job that he's passionate about from working in fine dining to transitioning over to his brother Michael's sandwich shop. It's a very realistic portrayal, and I really enjoyed watching the show. So, in addition to Jeremy Allen White's character Carmen, you also have Iban Moss, who plays Richie. He's like the de facto manager of the restaurant and Michael's oldest best friend. Then you have Sydney, played by or Ayo Idibri. Forgive me if I mispronounced your name, love. But she plays Sydney, who is talented, a talented chef, but she's inexperienced. And so she joins the beef as a sous chef under Carmi. Then you have Lionel Boyce. He plays Marcus. So he's the bread baker turned pastry chef. And he's also being mentored by Carmi. Tina is the very stubborn but lovable line cook right behind him. And then you have Abby Elliott playing Natalie. Sugar is her nickname, Brazzato. So she's the younger sister of Carmi and Michael, and she's the reluctant co-owner of the beef. So with all these different personalities, of course, you have a lot of drama. And we have, Carmi, he hires Sydney, who comes from the Culinary Institute of America, and she wants to help him fix the restaurant because it was her dad's favorite. Carmi has a lot of flashbacks to his days working in fine dining in New York City, where his boss was extremely verbally abusive. So I'm sure that he's glad to get out of that toxic environment, because running your own small business and being, having that autonomy and being your own boss is so much better than working in a fine dining restaurant, but it's toxic. I've worked in both and I can speak to that firsthand. So throughout the show, and there's Sydney right there. She wants to be paid well, of course, because of her expertise. But as we learn, Carmi has a huge amount of debt. I won't tell you how much. I want you to see it for yourself, but it is an astronomical number. And he's really struggling. The health inspector comes. There's issues with that. His sister is really reluctant to help him out. His staff, he's trying to get their respect, but they don't necessarily respect him off top. So he has that hurdle that he has to overcome. There's a lot of twists and turns and, adversaries that, or adversity that Carmi has to overcome throughout the series, but that's what makes it interesting to watch. But yeah, I mean, I love seeing the, you know, everything that they face together as a team makes them stronger, and that's what I love. Because like I said, if you ever worked in a restaurant, you know how difficult it is, how, getting double sat or triple sat as a waitress, which means that all your tables come at once and you have to juggle so many things. Or the similar with the kitchen, right? So if you're backed up and your ticket times are getting too long and people are waiting for their food and they get impatient, it's just really, really difficult. And you're working pretty much for under minimum wage if you're a waitress working for tips, or just barely minimum wage if you're in the kitchen. And then again, you have, the city inspections that you have to clear. You have issues among the staff and personal issues going on. Somebody might just be a no call, no show. I love it. I love the drama. I was here for it. And I'm not the only one, because they were recognized at the Golden Globes for Best New Television Series in the Comedy, and Best Actor in a Television Series, Musical or Comedy. So Jeremy Allen White, he won, which he obviously is well deserved. He definitely did a great job conveying Carmi's stress, having to deal with so many mounting issues that are constantly compounding while he's trying to save his family's legacy. And I think that he has been an actor for a really long time. I remember him as Philip, or Lip, in the show Shameless. So I'll make a separate video about Shameless. But yeah, he does a great job just conveying the struggles of the everyday working, common blue collar worker. So congratulations to Jeremy Allen White for that well-earned Oscar, or not Oscar, but Golden Globe Award. I think another reason why his character is so lovable is that not only is he like constantly stressed out trying to make it work in the restaurant, but he's also trying to be there as a good, cousin, brother, friend. Like he goes with, he attends Al-Anon meetings, and he's really trying to show up and be present for all the issues that are going on in not only his life, but in his family's life. And again, I feel like that's something that people can resonate with, because when you're trying to balance everything, all these different spinning plates at once, it is really stressful, but at the same time, it's really fulfilling. And if that's your passion, and cooking is Carmi's passion, whether it's in a fine dining restaurant in New York or an Italian beef shop in Chicago, he loves food, he loves creating. And the managerial aspects, not so much, but he definitely has a passion and a heart for not only his food and his craft, but also his staff and his family. You can see that come through in his performance. So here's a picture of Jeremy Allen White being celebrated and recognized for his hard work and the amazing talent that he is as an actor, bringing Carmi through to our screens. And I'm really looking forward to season 2, which I'll definitely cover that when it comes out in the middle of this year. But yeah, let me know if you guys have seen The Bear. Let me know, what your favorite episode is, or who your favorite characters are. Mine, of course, is Carmi and Sydney, that are both shown right here, because they both have a passion for, again, not only the restaurant business in itself, but really creating. And food art is something that is different, in my opinion, than, well, no, I was going to say it's different. It's not. It's similar to the traditional art world, but it's something that, people can consume, and you can pretty much establish great relationships through food all over the world, right? That's why it's one of the best times to go on a date. Most people just go out to eat and get to know each other. Food brings people together. And so watching them create that food, Carmi taking over the business for Michael after his suicide, and Sydney stepping in and trying to help him because her father loved the restaurant so much. It's heartwarming. So anyway, drop down in the comments. Again, let me know your thoughts on The Bear. Please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I will talk with you later. Take it easy, golden butterflies. Bye.